Technologia to narzędzie i jak to z narzędziami bywa, najlepiej przydają się wtedy, kiedy wiemy, jak ich używać, jak z nich korzystać. I myślę, że to zdanie jest najlepszą zapowiedzią naszego pierwszego prelegenta przed Państwem. Stefano Biondi, dyrektor generalny SWIGroup.
Thank you. First, two small points. First, best compliment to the conference. I really happy to be here, and I really surprised of the quality of the speech and the quality of this conference. So, best compliment. Second, I'm sorry for my small English, so please accept that I'm not a very good speaker. I'm Stefano Biondi. I'm the owner and the general manager of SWIGroup. I'm also not able to move the presentation. Okay. Okay, we are based in Venice. Sorry, going back. We are based in Venice. We are 25 years of experience in stormwater management. Why Venice? It's important because Venice, I'm going a little bit back. Venice, you know, is a special place. It's a city in the water, so we are surrounded from the water. There is a special law about the protection of the lagoon and the quality of the water, but also the Veneto region is a strange region. We have 6 million people living there. We're producing 30% of the PIL of Italy, and we have historical place like Venice, Vicenza, many others. We have natural place, Cortina, next to Olympic are there, the Dolomite, in a very small place. So anybody who would like to move, anybody would like to have, anybody would like to move faster, but the protection on the environment is, I finished my presentation. Okay, we are going back. So we start in Venice, and we start 25 years ago, because the law was different, because the usual approach of stormwater management was not working. It was not working because the law was enforcing people that hydrodynamic separator was not able in the port to guarantee the respect of the environment, because the water body was not protected. And we start to work in the highways, and we divide, and we are strange because we are consultancy, construction, and maintenance company, and we start to talk about highways. Highways, we talk about two kinds of impact. The first we call chronicle impact. The chronicle impact is the impact of pollutant that we can expect to find in the runoff from the highways. That is not what Italian rules was looking for. Italian rules was sedimentation, maybe some oil-water separation, that's all. There is no international study about presence of oil in the highways. So we start to study which was the pollutant, and we find metal, we find dust with metals, with any kind of microplastic. Microplastic is lower than 100 microns, so microplastic is a huge problem for the future. And these are the mainly pollutant that we can find, and we call chronicle pollutant. Is the pollutant that you can expect to find. And then there is another impact that usually is related with stormwater, but more with the stormwater sewer, is acute impact. In any highways, any street, it can have accident, it can have a spill, depending from accident, or some people put oil, any kind of liquid. And this is very strange situation because it can have any kind of pollutant, very difficult, and all these pollutants are impacted in the quality of the water first, and then it's very difficult to understand when they're arriving and which kind of pollutant it's arriving. The acute impact, as I told you, is something that usually is not based by rules. There is no law in Italy about that. There is some technical standard, but there's no European standard on that. But there are the accidents, there are the cleanup of the accident, there are the cost of cleaning after a big spill or a small spill. In Italy, an estimation 8,000 cubic meters of pollutant every year are going directly to the environment, with big damage. And depending from the fact that Veneto, as I told you before, is a strange region, strange because it's small, what with everything. We also have 6 million people that are drink water from the groundwater. So the idea of protect the environment is very high. So we start 2008 to talking about managing the acute impact. How we can manage the acute impact? We need something that is able to understand if the liquid that is arriving to the system is stormwater, is chronic stormwater, or is an acute impact. If the water is okay, the water is running to the water treatment. For the water treatment, we are using filtration media with the adsorption, so we can remove the pollutant that we expect to find there. But if there's something wrong, we need a system that is able to push the water in a spill detection tank. The first project was Passante di Mestre. As you can see, is exactly nearby the lagoon, and the water running directly to the lagoon was built in 1 year in 2006 after 25 years of discussion. Because Veneto has this, like Italy, we have a big needs of highways, but we have also a very strong NIMBY. No, not in my backyard. Anyone want an highway? No one want the highway behind this city and home. So the idea, okay, 32 kilometers of highway. We have 50 water treatment plant. Is the first project where we install some system to prevent the spill with a lot of mistakes, because there is in the original plant, there was some manual gate. So the idea was, if I have a spill, a man is coming out from the office, is running there, and is going to close the gate. This is not working. The liquids are going directly in the environment, but it's the first idea. So we make the revamping of the system 2 years ago, based on our idea and technology. So we switch from manual approach to a digital approach. So we put some of our technology and system able to detect any kind of spill. And we change the idea of having a gate with something that need the time of reaction, which was the mistake of a gate. The gate need a man that is running when there is an accident to the place. If there is an accident, we have other priority. The first one is the people. The second one is reopening the highways. So also the fire department is not take care about the quality of the water, so the gate was not working, and we cannot thinking that a simple idea that the gate can work. So we need very fast reaction time, less of 1 second. Second, we cannot thinking that a man in a control room can switch the system. We need a system that is able, a standalone machine, that is able to get the decision that something wrong is going there. Third, we need a pneumatic gate, and also we need some connection with the data room, because also if the system is working in standalone logic, we need communication. So this is the work. We change the gate with the pneumatic valve. We install the SWIGroup, is our technology able to detect any kind of spill, and it's not only a problem of sensor. Sensors are now common in the wastewater. I start in common also in the stormwater, but stormwater do not, in my opinion, don't need only sensor. They need the interpretation of the data. They need a PLC with some software inside, able to understand if something abnormal is going to happen there. If you think 60% of the time is not raining in Venice, but we can have a spill. So this is a water management. I told you we are using filtration. and the filtration is based to the specific pollutant that we think we can have in highway. I'm running a little bit because I see the time, and these 25 years of my life, so it's difficult to put in 15 minutes. And then also we need to study, because in scientific literature, small things. So we are lucky to be in our region. We have a lot of university. We have the company that are managing the highway that open the doors and share the data with us. This is also unusual in Italy. Usually they don't like to share information. So we develop 3 years of monitoring of the water to build some curve of acceptable water coming from the runoff in the highway. All the communication is to a SCADA system that is lying below the SCADA of the highways, and all the data are going to be developed from the PLC in each system, but in the SCADA, they have all the history, they have any situation that is not correct. They can also move all the system from the data room. I told you before, it's a standalone technology, but in the control room, if they know that something wrong is happened, they can close and switch to the system to get the water. But our biggest project is the Pedemontana Highway. Pedemontana Highway is 60-kilometer highways, 2.5 billion, running just down from the mountain in an area where there is the recharging of the groundwater. 37 cities put prescription. 20 years probably of project, from project to beginning, and they ask us, is a greenfield, completely new highway. They ask us to develop something that was in the same direction of Passante, but more sophisticated. So we develop more things. This is a greenfield, so it's not retrofitting existing one, more simple, some way. It's a big investment, but if you think that the highway is going to cost 2.5 billion, the investment for stormwater is nothing. And the protection of the environment is something very important, because really we also have 2 mineral water companies that are getting the water from the groundwater in our region. So if a damage can happen, the damage can be very high. Also in Pedemontana, all 189 systems are connected with the SCADA. All the information are transmitted to the SCADA, but each of these 189 systems is standalone, can work, decide everything without intervention of people. We put another things, because stormwater management in Italy, not only in Italy, has another small problem, the maintenance. Anybody is putting down system. Nobody take care, or few people take care about maintenance. So we make integration with the software inside the PLC in each system to managing the maintenance. We are supposed that this no paper maintenance in the Pedemontana Veneta can cut, I'm sorry for that, 2 people in the office. If you think make maintenance on 189 system, you need people, you need paper, you need order, you lost the order, you don't make in the right time the maintenance, and maybe the valve is not switching and the accident is going to happen for a delay in the maintenance. And depending from the responsibility of the general manager, they don't like it. So the software can help them to have control over the maintenance. This is our last project, because now in Italy we are running and building everywhere system. This is the Brebemi highway, is from Brescia to Milano. And they have installed 62 treatment plant, 62 kilometers, 180 system. They are traditional system. They have 189 sedimentation system, complying with 858 rules. So they need to do some maintenance. They need to clean each one of that from the clear water every 5 years. but they don't have any information about they are working, they are not working. So we make retrofitting, and we transform in the digital way this system with another our small black box machine that we call SWIGroup, in a very simple plug and play system that can connect all the system on the field. I have 10 seconds to tell that, okay, this is not the perfection, this is a long way, but I think that we have to tackling the real pollutant, microplastic, PFAS, metal, and moving from simple things to more engineering things. Maintenance another key, and then highway and street, but not only ports, airports, managing the spills as the same weight of managing the stormwater. Last things, stormwater in Italy, like in other place, is a son of nobody. Few money, not big interest, now is growing, but there is no interest about who's going to pay the bill. And having performance system instead of others can cut the cost if something going to happen. Thank you.
Bardzo dziękujemy. Pan Stefano Biondi.